Hi, this is Russ Jeffers from mobileburn.com and androidauthority.com, and here I've got the HTC Tattoo. As you can see, this is just a reviewer's package, not a full retail pack, but we're still going to show you what you can expect to get in the box and have a look around the phone for you. First up, we've got these headphones, which are 3.5mm normal headphones. They go straight into the top of the Tattoo here in the standard 3.5mm headphone port. So you can use any headphones with a Tattoo, which is pretty nice, but the included ones have a microphone included and a little button for answering calls, which is quite good. You also have a USB data cable, which is USB to HTC's EXT USB, which is very similar to mini USB, and that can be used to charge the phone and also for data syncing with a PC and such. And then otherwise we just get a charger adapter, which literally plugs into the data cable to charge the phone. As you can see, there's a USB port in the top of the charger there. So we're just going to move on to the phone now. Right, so here's the Tattoo, obviously the most important part of the package. And as you can see, it's a pretty nice looking phone. You can actually change the covers of the Tattoo as well, and you can design your own covers on HTC's website, which is pretty nice. And it's pretty easy to snap the covers off. I mean, that one just pulls off, and then literally you can just continue throughout the rest of the phone just pulling at the covers to get it off. So just try and pop this off for you here. You can see it just literally snaps straight off, and you're left with a completely nude Tattoo. I'll just pop this one off. There you go. And that's a Tattoo without any covers. So you can order new covers online. This one, as you can see, has got sort of a gradient going on from like a dark grey colour at the bottom to sort of a silver at the top, and then you've got the little Android character on the back with the HTC logo as well. So that's a pretty nice standard cover you get with it. But you can either order one of HTC's other designs on their website, or you can just design your own. And the best bit as well is if you put in your IMEI number on the website, you get 20% off your first cover, which is pretty cool. So we'll just put it back together and move on to some other bits of the phone. Right, so we've got the Tattoo all back together again now, and there's a few things you might be noticing that have changed from previous HTC Android devices. First of all is the rollerball. There's no rollerball now. This ring around the edge of the enter button here is the D-pad, so that can just be used for up, down, left and right, and obviously enter in the middle. And also there's no chin. I guess that's probably because there's no ball, so the chin's not needed to protect it. But it's the first Android device in the UK, at least from HTC, that hasn't had a chin or a ball. So it's a little bit different to what we've seen in the past. And this is a sort of slightly budget phone from HTC, budget Android phone, so it's a little bit cheaper than all the previous Android phones. And there's been not very many corners cut, but there are a couple of things that they've skimped on. The device has actually got Wi-Fi, HSDPA and GPS, which is pretty cool for a budget device. But they've saved on the screen. Starting here, we've got, instead of the usual 3.2-inch capacitive touchscreen, we've got this 2.8-inch resistive touchscreen, which is not quite so good, and also it's a lower resolution as well. It's down to QVGA instead of the HVGA resolutions of the other screens. Around the back, instead of having the Heroes 5-megapixel camera, you're back down to a 3.2 fixed focus unit, as you see on the G1 and the Magic as well. I think those were actually autofocus cameras on the previous phones though. So back on the front here, above the display, you can see we've got the device's earpiece, and just on the side of the earpiece under the grill is an LED, as we've seen before on Android devices from HTC. Just a notification LED for if you get missed calls or missed messages, it'll start flashing at you, or it'll let you know when the battery's low by flashing red. Below the screen we've got the D-pad that I mentioned earlier, and 4 little hardware buttons. We've got a home button, menu button, back button and a search button. Pretty useful buttons, and they've been on all the previous HTC Android devices as well, so it's nice to see they've kept those. And then below that, 2 more buttons, just the call end and call send buttons, and the call end button can be used to power on and off the display, and also power on and off the device as well. On the back, you'll see we've just got the camera lens that I mentioned earlier. No flash or anything either, which is a bit unfortunate. And also the loudspeaker grill there just at the top. At the bottom of the phone, we've got the mini USB port there for charging and data, and also a little microphone pinhole. The mini USB port is sort of HTC's own proprietary port, but it does actually take normal mini USB cables, which is pretty good. On the top, as I say, we've got the 3.5mm headphone port, and also this little hole here for a lanyard fixing, so you can attach the phone to a lanyard if you like to hang it from your neck or something. On the side, we've just got the volume rocker here. and on the other side we've got nothing at all. So it's a pretty nice device, pretty nice design, pretty simple and clean. So we'll just move on to the software now. Alright, while the device is starting up, I'll just quickly show you on the back the micro SD port on the side here. As you can see, we get a 2GB card, SanDisk card preloaded in the Tattoo, and also the battery, which is a 1100 mAh battery. So it's a pretty decent sized battery. Nice little animation there as you start the device up, as you can see as well. The battery is good for around about 1 to 2 days of use, depending on how heavy you use the device, whether you've got Wi-Fi and different things switched on as well, GPS and that. But with a couple of email accounts checking for mail and sort of about 20 SMS a day and the odd call and a bit of web browsing, I got about 1.5 to 2 days from each charge, so it's not too bad. Just wait for it to load up now. Right, so as you can see, we've got the HTC Tattoo all loaded up now. And this is the display lock screen, so we can't actually do anything on this screen apart from drag this bar down to unlock it, as it shows you there. And then we go straight into HTC's Sense UI, as we've seen before on the HTC Hero. Very nice user interface indeed, probably my favourite of all the different user interfaces on various different phones. And it seems to be the full version that we had on the Hero as well, which is pretty good, seeing as this is a budget device. As you can see, we've got all these different screens that are all customizable with various different widgets. We've got the clock widget at the top here with these dual clocks. And all this can be changed out for different widgets as you please. So for example, just press and hold, you can drag down to the bin here to remove it. And we can press and hold again on the empty area to add a new widget, or we can just press this little plus button at the bottom. And then if we just find another clock, quite a nice one with weather here, the flip clock that you've seen before, and you can either get it to show the weather for a certain city, or you can just go current city. Very nice feature of that is that wherever you go, if you move around the country, it'll actually follow you around, put the location that you're in at the side there, and then load up the weather for that location, which is pretty cool. Beneath that we've got these shortcuts. These are all customizable as well, so if you just press and hold on one of those, you can sort of move it to another space on the screen, or you can delete it again and then press and hold on the empty space to add in a new shortcut. So if we just put one on for, say, the calculator, and then just move it to a new location, it'll let us. There we go. So it's altogether a pretty good experience. As you can see, we've got bigger widgets on this page here. So we've got an email widget that you can actually flick through. We've got a Twitter widget that you can scroll through there. And then a larger weather widget, so you can see the upcoming weather as well. And any of these can be changed out, or you can just click on the actual widget itself to go directly into the application that it's for. So there we go, we've got full Twitter there, and we can sort through all our usual Twitter bits and pieces. So it's quite a good user experience. On the left here, on the right, sorry, we've got the favourites widget, so you can put all your favourite contacts in there and dial them quickly from that. And then we've got the bookmarks widget. Again, we just put bookmarks for your favourite websites in, and then there we've got the music widget as well. So for example, if we just get rid of the music widget, we can load up another one. Let's see, go back to music, and we've got two different types of music widget as well. So if you've not got much space, you don't have to have the large widget that occupies the whole screen. You can actually instead find a slightly smaller widget, and then underneath you could put a few different shortcuts, or maybe even another widget. So you've got two on one screen. And wherever you are in the home screen, you can just click the little house there just to go back to the main home screen page there, which is quite cool as well. The main menu is this little button down in the bottom left, so if I hit that, you can see it opens the main programs menu, and any applications that you download in the Android Marketplace will go straight into this programs folder as well. So everything's grouped up in this one folder, and everything's very, very easy to find.